Greetings, my beautiful black diamonds of the earth, the black people of the world. This message is brought to you by Black Talk Radio, where black media matters and black life definitely matters. Today is Tuesday, September 25th, 2018. Family, right now you're looking at a picture of a man who definitely looks defeated. That's what the headline reads. That's exactly the look that I see on the face of Bill Cosby. I'm not going to go through the article and talk about what they're saying, even though by now you should know that Bill Cosby has been sentenced to 3 to 10 years for an alleged rape. Now, I didn't cover much of the Bill Cosby fiasco because, number one, is I never really believed in this. I don't believe in this no more than I believe in Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. I just don't believe that Bill Cosby is guilty of rape or anything of that nature. The Me Too movement, as disgusting as they are, have been very racist in the fact that they supposedly came out after Harvey Weinstein and his sexual provocations, as well as our own sitting so-called president, Donald Trump, who has admitted some very foul and disgusting sexual deviancy with women. But instead, this Me Too racist movement, so-called concerned about women and women's rights and women being raped, supposedly, have chosen to go after black men. I find it a very racist organization, and it's unfortunate that black women are being used as pawns within that organization. They're being used as pawns. And I think that women in that organization have made it their duty to go after successful black men especially and bring them down. Bill Cosby has been America's dad since I was a little kid. And now as an older adult, I'm looking at this situation on the outside, saying to myself that I know for a fact, well, I can't say for a fact because I'm not with Bill Cosby 24/7, much less any other time. But we know people who have done rapes, who are rapists. We know what they look like. We know how they act, and they're consistent with their behavior. We found out through this kangaroo court system that most all of his accusers have lied or have been trying to embezzle or get money out of Bill Cosby. Same way, and it's no different than how they did Michael Jackson back when he was alive, with these parents putting their kids up to lying on Michael Jackson, saying that he did something to them, that he touched them. But here's the point. The point is, black people, white Americans, European people have been using sex as a weapon against us. They have been using it, and they have been using black men as a scapegoat for their sexual deviancy and perversions. They have been doing this for the longest. This is just a fact. Bill Cosby is looking defeated like this because he believed wholeheartedly in a racist system set up for his failure. They let him get so far, and just like Michael Jackson, when Michael Jackson bought out, when he purchased those masters, those publishing rights of the Beatles and of some other artists. I forget their names right now because I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm trying to say here, is that Michael Jackson purchased a lot of publishing rights of different artists, different white artists at that he owned. Sony knew this. They didn't want this black man, Michael Jackson, not only to be the world's greatest entertainer, right? But they also didn't want him to own what he owned. And of course, they had to do away with him as well. And so, through different orchestrated circumstances and events, Michael Jackson died. And here we have today in 2018, okay, in 2018, we have a Me Too movement that was set up to go after powerful men like Harvey Weinstein, who was a white male, Kevin Spacek and Woody Allen and so many other white male perverts and rapists, but they've instead chosen to go after and single out the black men. And so here, instead of going to court for someone like a Harvey Weinstein or Donald Trump, they've instead chosen to go after black men. And so today in the media, we have to see a defeated black man named Bill Cosby go through a kangaroo court system set up of racist judges, police, racist juries. Now keep in mind, I'm going to deflect for a second and I'm going to go into a different subject right now. And I'm going to talk about all the white friends that you might have. You know, the white friends that say, well, I'm not racist. Well, they end up on jury trials too. And isn't it funny that on all these all-white juries, what's going on with black people, but yet they're telling you that they're not racist? But I digress. Back to Bill Cosby. He was convicted by a kangaroo court system that I can't even believe in. Why you think I don't do these kind of videos on Bill Cosby? Because I never believed in the situation in the first place. So I wasn't doing videos on Bill Cosby's situation because, like I said, I don't believe in it, but also because I don't want to hear from these white trolls coming in on talking about Bill Cosby, and they won't even talk about Harvey Weinstein or Kevin Spacek or Matt Lauer or all these other white males who are also accused of this, but yet mysteriously and coincidentally, by the way, they're all clear. You notice that, black people? But you same black folks, some of you are out there swirling it up because love is love. And this is what we get out of it. This is the type of behavior we get for loving the wrong people. This is the type of behavior, and this defeat is the type of behavior that we get. So let me just be clear on this part too. There's people who constantly are badgering black men. You can never seem to find anything positive to say about a black man. You constantly keep pulling down black men, saying how we're not good for anything and we just don't do this and we don't stick up for this or that and the other. Just constantly badgering black men. You know, I finally realized why we don't have any more warriors and why we don't have any more Malcolm X's or Marcus Garveys or any Paul Robesons and people of that stature. The reason why is because too many of them are cowards nowadays. We've been seeing that the guys who get on top, we get smacked down anyway. Look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, unfortunately, lost his son way too soon. As a matter of fact, any of his kids, Bill Cosby understands that he should be leaving the earth before them. And it just didn't happen that way. Coincidentally, his son mysteriously ended up dead off of a freeway. And guess what? Just like Biggie and Tupac, they've never been able to solve the case. Mysteriously. Now, mind you, this is all after Bill Cosby and his money decides to try to buy out NBC. We've all heard the rumors, and mysteriously, this is when Bill Cosby starts getting his downfall. After he decides to stand on his own 2 feet, as a black man should, and because he wanted to buy NBC. He's had issues ever since. And it really bothers me that Bob Johnson and his wife sold BET, because, see, they don't even understand the power that they had. But the white supremacists knew. That's why they bought it out from them. That's why our messages are no longer being told the way they should. That's why they were able to get rid of Tavis Smiley. You remember how brilliant Tavis Smiley was? But they were able to get rid of him by first purchasing the network and then firing his ass. And that's what they did. And here we are with Bill Cosby wanting to buy NBC. They must have thought, how arrogant of you. We'll fix you. And that's what they've done. And what they did was they put him through a kangaroo court of some racist judges who orchestrate this kangaroo court. The court system is so screwed up. These judges are so racist, and they orchestrate how justice is to be served. That's what's so jacked up. It's not even based on righteousness or a reality or truth and facts. None of these cases are. And so how do you expect from me to participate and go back and forth with some white supremacists on this issue? I can't. I can't do it. And so I feel bad for Bill Cosby. I look at the defeatist look on his face right here, and the fact that as old as he is, they're making him serve time, but yet the white racist rapists are running loose on the streets because they have money and affluence. Your white folks, your justice system is so screwed up. You run a kangaroo court system, and it's based on race, and it's a racist system. All the black people you guys have in cages in your jails and prisons, you guys are filthy, disgusting. You guys should be taking their places. That's how screwed up your system is. Your system is jacked up. And so I was at work today, and after reading myself on what happened to Bill Cosby, here comes the suspected white supremacist on my job asking me, "Hey, buddy, did you hear about Bill Cosby?" Now, see, they don't want to talk about other real issues. When I bring them up, they say, "Oh, no, I didn't hear about it," and they go about their way and shuck and jive it off. But when they get a chance, they want to rub something in your face. "Hey, buddy, did you hear about Bill Cosby?" Get the F out of my face. I don't even believe in this kind of so-called justice system. It's just us, just black folks. That's what kind of justice this is. And so they use Bill Cosby as an example for you, black man. Don't you dare try to get high and mighty. You might end up just like Bill, looking defeated, just like Bill. This is really, really jacked up. And the one person I want to give major kudos to is Nicole's View. She did an outstanding, amazing job taking her precious time out of her days, out of her days, to go down to the courtroom to get a bird's eye view and to get the truth from her perspective, to see it for herself. And then she shared it with us. So I give her major kudos for that, because I realized, yep, I just like I thought, they were running a kangaroo court. And that's what they did, and they orchestrated his demise. So how can I discuss anything like this with some white folks when they know this? And they sit there and they know it too, and they act stupid asking us dumbass questions about it because they want to be entertained. F them. Tell them, no, you tell me about it. Yeah, okay, and then to play along. Yeah, sure, okay, sure, yeah, okay. You know, because they like that shit. But anyways, this is just so disgusting. That's all I can say. I feel bad for Bill Cosby. It's really unfortunate. Again, it just goes to show what a disgusting so-called justice system we live under. The white folks in this country, you should feel ashamed. And with your silence, you're going along with it. You're complicit with this. You're disgusting along with it. Ask me how many white friends I have or had. I'm out.